feel like I don't want to even leave my house. I'm scared. Like, what can how can you advise them, or what can you say to these people?
100% is all on faith. Not faith that God is going to protect me, but faith that no matter what happens is what's meant to happen.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gonna talk.
I know earlier you were talking about your kids and that you wanted to be there for them, because especially when, times of terrorists and whatever, that you'd be able to be there to comfort them as much as they're, strong. So I wanted to talk about, what we saw that just happened in New Orleans and, Las Vegas, rest in peace to all the people who passed away, and comfort to those families who are in need. But how can you ensure that your kids feel safe, or people out here who are watching you, who might listen to you, who feel like I don't want to even leave my house, I'm scared? Like, what can you, how can you advise them, or what can you say to these people?
100% is all on faith. Not faith that God is going to protect me, but faith that no matter what happens is what's meant to happen. You look at Daniel in the lion's den.
Come on.
Or whoever. You look at Jesus when who was Jesus hanging with? Jesus was in the street. Jesus was in the hood. There was prostitutes, around all of it. Jesus wasn't out. He was with the sinners, the people who were unhealthy. He was with the sick, trying to heal them. He wasn't with the pious people, hanging out with them like, oh, look how good we are. So he was there, and he was protected up until his purpose was, what he was brought to earth for, what his purpose was fulfilled. So with my kids, even looking back, talking to my kids, or some of it, now that they're of age, my son's about to be 19, my daughter's 17. So they've seen something. When you start to think back, oh, remember when this happened? Remember that happened? Remember that happened? There's a lot of incidents throughout my life where God spared me, God protected me, God saved me. But, we were thinking about this earlier. How many mass shootings? I was there when there was these mass shootings, and there's several. And this thing with New Orleans, it makes me think about when I was going to the Bayou Classic and I'm on Bourbon Street. I seen somebody get in a fight, somebody win, somebody lose. The loser go to his car, get a gun, or we just see him walk off and then come back. And he walk up behind him and shoot him in the back of his head, right in front of all our face. We done been in some crazy situations.
That's right.
In New Orleans, we see the cops, on the horse cops sniffing cocaine right in front of you.
Wow.
And hollering at girls, whatever, being a little romantic with women, manhandling some women.
They're a little loose.
Like,
They're a little
going on?
loose.
Yeah,
Loose.
We just seen some crazy things sometimes. That's just with that. But speaking on the mass shootings and things like that, or mass tragic events, there's been several of them throughout my years on this earth, and each one of them is traumatizing, it's crazy, but each one of those, we're still here. So why am I still here? Am I here to go in the house? Maybe sometimes God might, bring me a little close to the fire so I can, gauge the temperature and say, hey, it's a little hot over here, so you stay over there, but for the most part, whatever happens, sometimes on these, these tragic events, it's people I personally know that lose their life. And you definitely feel connected to certain events like that. In other way, other times you just there and something happens and a bunch of people die and you didn't even know. We didn't even realize. We heard that. We thought that was fireworks. We thought that was something else. And, also just, we in Texas. New Year's Eve, I'm talking about before the New Orleans stuff happened. New Year's Eve, bruh.
Banging, bang, 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 bang.
Man,
I hear it all the time. I know it ain't no damn 4th of July or no damn New Year's.
Yeah.
I'm like, they popping out there.
So it's like, man, sometimes you hear gunshots, you get,
it's so many guns in Texas, bro. I'm telling you, it's so many guns. Yeah. Think about how many people carrying guns or got them.
The pastors got guns.
They want to pop that thing. They don't want to. I'm telling you, they want to pop it.
Everybody has
It's a
guns.
temptation to pop it.
Yeah.
You got it.
Man, I'll never forget being in high school. One of my homeboys got a gun. Of course, we was underage. He got a gun, and I never forget him riding around every stoplight. He reaching under the seat, looking around. Oh man, look how he looking at us. And
just looking for trouble.
Yeah.
That's what it gives you. It gives you this sense of I got something for.
I gotta use it. And it's like, why are you doing that? Nobody's looking for you. Nobody trying to rock. We're in a beat up, raggedy car. We ain't got no money for nobody to take no way. You ain't got no beef with nobody. You didn't cut that person off. why would somebody be trying to kill you? And you just looking around like, they coming. Like, but when you get that gun, but it'd be the same thing when you get your first set of grills and you walk around like,
it's the same thing.
It's just you feel like you got to use it, and it's like, I got to.
Oh man, that's spirit, man. It's spiritual. I'm telling you, it's a certain thing that come over certain people that affect people different ways when they get caught up in it, and they'll do whatever to try to get it out of them, man.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gonna talk.